And a very good way to conveniently administer this machine is to use Tor, install Tor in the machine and use the reverse services or the hidden services in Tor. That way the machine will get a unique hash, I think it's about 32 characters long, which is the only way to identify and connect to the machine from the outside. So you can use the Tor network and the Tor client, specify this hash address, and the ports that you define in the Tor settings file will be open if you access it by that address. So if the address should get out in the wild and someone should capture your computer and see which kind of machines you have connected to in the last time, they will only see the Tor address or the hash, which will not reveal any location at all, because the Tor network or the Tor cloud is it doesn't have any geographic locations. You're just another node somewhere in space or cyberspace. You can try to put these boxes in the public domain area. You can build a waterproof or moisture-resistant box and put it in a park somewhere, or in a garbage bin, on the bottom of a garbage bin. You can put it in schools, under the isolation in the roof, or the ventilation ducts, as soon as you get power supply to it. You could social engineer yourself into a company and try to imitate a maintenance worker or something, get access to a storage closet or a maintenance room or something like that, somewhere that doesn't get cleaned very often. Just as long as you gain access to an internet connection, which essentially could be made in 3 ways. Either you use mobile connection, which require you to acquire a prescription or subscription with the phone company, which probably can be traced either back to your personal details, the credit card, or a camera in the shop where you bought your anonymous credit card. So the best thing is probably to utilize the existing network structure in the building, which will probably be either wired network or wireless. If you put it in a city or a crowded area, there are probably a lot of different access points available around, because most people do have a router with their internet connections today, and the routers usually have wireless access as well. So you could easily write a program or a script on this machine, a simple daemon that runs all the time and scans the network using Gizmit or IWScan or something, and just applies different brute force techniques on the wireless networks. So you can build up a list of redundant access points which you can switch to if someone should take down the router or implement MAC address filtering or just close you off by any other reasons. Maybe they're moving or something. So this machine could always repair its own connection and keep track of which access points is available to it. You can also make a feature which phones home the list to the owner or puts it in a directory somewhere on the machine, so you can keep track of all the access points which is currently available to your entire cloud of Startcasts or Blackthrows. If you use wired connections, they are probably a little harder to get on in company networks, because most companies use advanced switching equipment which could be blocked for different ports that are not meant to be used, or MAC address filtering with a little more deep packet inspection software or something. So it's probably easier to use the wireless, or use a wireless that is outside the company headquarters, and just use the company building storage of the machine. You could also put them outside, as I told you before, in parks or in other crowded areas in the city. But you can put it outside in the woods, maybe put it in a tree somewhere and use solar panels for power supply. You can put it underwater if you build a waterproof and a moisture-resistant machine, and just put an external antenna loop or something and lead it out of there. So if they try to probe it, the location of it, they will just get to the harbor and don't see a box there, so they'll probably turn away or have to do very much hard work to get it out of the water, especially if it's deep. This is called the svart plask, by the way, on Swedish. You have also the svart mask, which is a black box or blackthrow that you bury down in the ground in the woods. So you can make a lot of different variations, both on pun on the names and on the boxes themselves. As you probably realize by now, this is a pretty loose concept that only exists by using a computer and an internet connection. So the usage areas of this machine is probably endless. You can use it for whatever purpose. You can do it in all kinds of configurations. You can make it out to crack networks, and you can use it for distributed storaging between yourself, and you can build BitTorrent trackers and build BitTorrent swarms and everything. So the only limit is your fantasy, really. I'm currently doing some plans myself, actually, for building a Blackthrow which can be placed inside the cylindrical post of lampposts or street lights. So you can bunch up the cover of the lamppost, and besides or under the box which holds the electric current that comes into the lamp, you can put it and slide it down to the bottom of the lamp, and then just put up a cable which reaches the power supply of the lamppost, and then maybe wire an external antenna loop onto the Wi-Fi card, which you wire up to the top of the lamppost, drill a small hole, and just put the loop around the top of the lamppost, which will have a pretty large switchability for the antenna too. That's just a couple of suggestions, hypothetically.